So we need to talk about photography and AI, as it's an absolute game changer. If you're a photographer and you're earning money through your photographs, or if you want to start being a photographer and earning money, this is going to have a serious impact on your living. It's an absolute game changer, and we're going to discuss it right now. Now, firstly, we need to thank a German artist called Boris Eldagsen. He entered the Sony World Photography Awards in the Open Creative category, and he won it with an AI generated image. And then he refused to accept the award and told everyone it was an AI image. The point being, he wanted to see if Photography Awards was ready for AI. And clearly they are not. And I can tell you now that I have studied the history of photography for many years. And that moment, this moment right now, when that picture has been entered and won, an AI picture has been entered and won, that is going to be a pivotal moment in the history of photography. And I can tell you for sure that in 10, 20, 30, 50 years, we will be talking about that one moment. So thank you, Boris. All photographers around the world, thank you. So let's talk about what an AI image is. Quite simply, you tell a computer what to create and it creates it, right? And there's been a couple of really interesting videos that I have watched over the past week or so regarding that. There was a Sky News report with a wildlife photographer called Tim Flack, and he was putting it to people, can you tell the difference between these tiger faces? Okay, one was a real picture and one was a artificially intelligent created one. So I got everyone in the office here, there's 4 of us in here, and we all looked at these pictures of the tigers' faces, right, the tigers' heads, right, and half of us chose one and half of us chose the other one. Now that clear, and we're all sort of in the photography industry, right, so that clearly tells you that AI is brilliant at creating realistic imagery. Now you go back a couple of months, like literally a couple of months, and it was easy to tell an AI image, but it's not now. I can tell you absolutely 100% it is not now. I also watched another YouTube video from a YouTuber called Terry White. He does a lot of Adobe product tutorials. It's very good. And he was demonstrating Adobe's Firefly, I think it's called Firefly, that's Adobe's AI image generator. And he had an image that he took of this famous place in Arizona called the Horseshoe or something like that. Americans are going to be shouting at me in this minute, but it's the Horseshoe something in Arizona. And the sky was not good on that picture, right? Now, of course, you've got sky replacement in Photoshop, right? So arguably, we've had AI for a little while, but not like this, because what he did, he went on to Adobe's AI generated image and he typed in the Horseshoe, Arizona in April at 8 p.m, yeah, sunset. So he got the exact sunset at that time of the year in that exact place. And then he used Photoshop's sky replacement to put that sky onto his image. And when you think about things like that, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And now I want to talk to you about comparables. There's loads of people out there going, oh, it's just like the invention of photography to painting. No, it is not, right? So let's think about this. In the 1840s, photography was invented, and, you know, painters of the time, oh, it's going to take my work away. No, it's a totally different thing. A painting is different to a photograph. And when we go back to that period of time, photographs were limited to a size, first of all. You couldn't do like big paintings. And they were black and white or sepia, you know, they didn't have color. And so it's not a comparable, it really isn't a comparable to say it was like the invention of photography to painting back in 1840. And just to sort of double prove that, We didn't even have colour. So you had a good 100 years of black and white, right? So paintings are colour, photography was black and white. That was a clear distinction for at least 100 years. You know, I don't know the exact dates, but you're looking at 1940 for colour photography. And really, before it became popular, colour photography, you're looking at the 1970s. So, you know, you had all of that time where there was a clear distinction between a painting and a photograph. So that, I can tell you now, is not a comparable, and anyone that compares it is just stupid. Another comparable that's been bouncing around is when digital photography took over. Again, it's nothing, it's not a comparable, because literally you went from capturing light on a film to capturing light on a digital chip. There is digital manipulation that's been going on for the last, whatever, 10, 20 years. And that's a slight comparable because, you know, you can obviously change your images, retouch skin, but then, you know, when it even comes to retouching skin and adjusting images, that was done for hundreds of years as well with film and darkroom and all of that kind of stuff. So you can't even really say that that's a comparable, because you still need a picture to start with and then adapt afterwards. AI imagery is new. It's not comparable with anything that we've had before. You tell a computer to generate something and it generates it. You don't need a camera. You don't need to go outside. It will do it for you and it will look realistic. This is new. You cannot compare it. It's new. It's brand new technology. It's artificial intelligence. It is a pivotal moment in photography and art. Now let's talk about how it's going to affect you if you are earning money as a photographer. Let's take the wildlife photographer that was on the Sky News report. People pay him for his wildlife photos, right? It's a lot of effort, a lot of skill, you know, a lot of practice, a lot of experience goes into getting them really, you know, brilliant wildlife pictures. And let's take the picture of the tiger face, okay? There are companies out there that pay for that picture to put on magazine, to use for advertising. I mean, that's the big one, really. That's where the big money comes in. Well, they don't need to pay you anymore. And if a company can save money, they're gonna save money, right? So they can now go onto an AI service, type in tiger's face, and wallop, it comes up and it looks absolutely pristine. They can type in tiger's face in sunset, tiger's face looking off into the distance, tiger's face looking at me. You know, all these things, the computer will generate it, and clearly we've proved it in the office here that you cannot tell the difference between the AI and the real thing. So that photographer has lost that sale. They've lost that money. And you know, that's that. And let's talk about just advertising photographers in general. Like, so again, you've got companies that employ photographers to take pictures of stuff for advertising. So I don't know, let's take Arizona desert, whatever, you know. You can generate that image. You can generate that horseshoe image. If you need that image, you just go on there, just like what Terry White did. Sunset, sunrise, this angle, up high, down low, whatever. You can generate it on a computer and it will look just as good as anyone taking the picture. So why on God's earth would that company pay a photographer to go to Arizona, get them shots, when they can just type it in onto an AI service and get a realistic, perfect image, which will be exactly what they're looking for? Like I said at the beginning of this video, it is a game changer for photography. This is where things change. Now, clearly, when it comes to taking a photograph, what AI can't do is take the fun out of going and taking a photograph, right? So I'd like to think that the School of Photography is pretty safe because, you know, we teach people to go out and take photographs and enjoy that process. But then it might do, because part of the process of enjoying photography is to post it on social media so that your followers can see it, and they can appreciate the effort that you've put in to climbing a mountain and getting that sunset, you know, at the perfect time, perfect conditions, etc. You know, we all know how hard that is to get. So you do it, you learn photography, you go out, you get that shot, you put it on the internet, and someone goes, "Is this AI generated?" That is going to hurt. You know, that is going to hurt, because people are going to think that the most perfect, brilliant images are AI generated. So it could well affect the learning photography industry like me. The one industry that I think would probably be safe is portraiture, because I'm sure if I typed in create a lovely portrait of Mark Newton, it wouldn't be able to do it. Well, actually, you never know, do you? But it might pull Mark Newton from somewhere in Australia or something like that. But you know, you'd like to think that the portraiture industry is safe. But just in general, it's going to change everything. Like, it really is. And like I said, it's only been a couple of months between when we, like, again, in the office, we always look at this kind of, like a couple of months ago, look at that, it's an easily generated AI image, to now when you're going, what? I literally can't tell. And now I want to talk to you about the kind of like dark side of this whole technology. And that is that they are using my images and your images without you even knowing. They've scraped the whole internet, and all of those people that have been really good like me and keywording their images, you know, London at night, under bridge, Manelian Bridge, you know, you keyword your images, don't you? You put them on your website for your portfolio or whatever. These images have been scraped from the internet and used in their AI. And you will never know whether it's been your image or not. It's been done. I mean, it's done. And there is a lot of money now to be made from AI. You know, you have to subscribe to these services, and you know, then you can generate the text that you want, you can generate the images that you want, you can generate movies now, little movie clips. AI can generate them for you as well. Now, I'm not really sure what else to add to this video, right? This all stems from this artist, Boris Eldagsen, winning in the Sony World Photography Awards, which is one of the biggest in the whole world. He won a category with an AI image. So it all stems from that. So again, that guy needs absolute massive praise for this. And I just want to reiterate that this is different to it can't be compared to anything. This is a really important time in the history of photography. I've studied the history of photography for many, many years. I can tell you now, I absolutely promise you, watch this video in 5 or 10 years time and you'll be going, he was right. This point now, right now, this is the changing point, and it will go down in history. Now, don't just take my word for it. Put some comments in, share this, right? Let's get it out there. Let's get the conversation going. Share your opinion. You know, I honestly, like, I read this article yesterday, we filmed this today, and you know, I'm so passionate about it. I just want you guys, other photographers, to be just as passionate about it, please. So comment, share, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, because obviously I will, if this gets a lot of traction, I'll follow this video up and you know, do some more videos. So thanks for watching. If you want to learn photography, don't forget, come and see us at theschoolofphotography.com. Photography courses, Photoshop courses, Lightroom, you know, studio lighting, macro, wildlife photography, whatever. Come over and see us. We will teach you properly. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.